Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we got some information right now. The United States and its coalition forces have hit now oil refineries in Syria. They've hit some major oil refineries in Syria. Now, the U.S. aircraft and those from Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates struck Islamic State targets in Syria on yesterday, September 24, 2014, including 12 oil refineries, according to the U.S. Central Command. The 13 airstrikes used a combination of fighter aircraft and drones, according to Central Command. The targets were in the remote eastern part of Syria, near the towns, and it's got names all the different towns. All right. The latest attacks followed strikes earlier Wednesday on 5 targets in Iraq and Syria connected to the Islamic State terrorist organization, also known as ISIS or ISIL or the Islamic State. Now, National Security Advisor Susan Rice told NBC News on Wednesday that the White House had seen social media reports that the Allied airstrikes had killed the leader of the Khorasan terrorist organization, Muhsin al-Fadahi. And he is one of the most wanted men in the world. He worked underneath Osama bin Laden. Now, we can't confirm that it at this stage, said Susan Rice, but we've seen the reports on social media to that effect, and we will continue to look for signs as to whether or not, in fact, it is the case. Now, why would the American, U.S., and allied forces from Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates strike oil fields in Syria? Well, you say, well, it's because they had been captured by ISIS. It's true that it had been captured by ISIS, and America's saying it's because ISIS could use this revenue, which was bringing in about $2 million a day into ISIS with these oil fields that they had captured from either Assad's regime or, in some cases, the Kurds. But the real question I'm going to ask is, was this a poke in the eye to Vladimir Putin of Russia? Because believe me, I guarantee that Russia had plans on utilizing and has been utilizing the oil that's produced from Syria from those oil fields. Yes, they might have fallen in the hands of ISIS temporarily, but that wouldn't have stopped Russia from buying the oil from ISIS at such drastically discounted prices. ISIS don't care. They use the money for terrorism. Russia gets the oil very, very, very cheap. Well, you can't do that if they're blowed up. And so in some ways, you may hear, I'm telling you, I was right when I said within 48 hours of the United States attacking Syria, ISIS in Syria, that we would see a beheading by ISIS. We have. It happened in just less than, in about 44 hours, actually, from the time we announced we were attacking. I've also said that from the time of the attack, I think that within 72 hours, we'll hear something from Russia, that they'll drop the gauntlet on something. Well, it's coming up. That would be later this evening, by 11 p.m. this evening. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe Vladimir Putin has got something else in mind. But I can believe this. The fact that America is in Syria bombing ISIS and now bombing these oil fields, which I know Russia wanted to be sure they could control. So something is going on, folks. Something strategically is taking place. And the threat, there's still this very serious possibility of a threat that World War III may have already begun. We're just seeing the beginning stages of it, because it is a very dangerous world we're living in right now. Give your life to Jesus Christ. The Lord is coming. He said there'd be wars and rumors of wars. Nations would rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdoms. There would be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. Are you saved? Because it's time to get right with God.